Hello, Antroid here, and we are playing through the original Flashback. A parallel playthrough to my main let's play of the new reimagining of Flashback. This is the SNES version. I have chosen this for many reasons. Partly because it's one of the two options that I have, and the other option is much worse. To elaborate a bit, I had either this, which on most emulators it lags like hell, which it didn't do on the original console, so all the emulators fail in this regard. But this is an old version of this SNES where it's best. For some reason the new one works worse. Or I had the Reminiscence, the program of... I don't know, you can use it to play the original Flashback on PC, but the only music option there is the music from the Amiga version, and it is complete utter shit. So I feel like this is the definitive version of Flashback, at least for me. It sounds, feels and looks like Flashback should sound, feel and look, so I chose it and I'm going to record this one. Let's go. There is the butterfly on his back, that is how it should have looked. And he knocks down the holocube. First things first, let's go get rid of this annoying noise, because it fell down into a tripwire laser thing and it's continuously triggering it. Can you imagine the Amiga music version didn't have that little jingle when you pick up things? It's terrible, man, I tell you, terrible. Okay, let's read the message here. And by read I of course mean watch. This little cutscene was also different in the PC Amiga version. PC/Amiga for me, because Amiga music, I mean, yeah. In that version it played like a 5-second stupid circus carnival theme and then it stopped, and the rest of the scene was complete and utter silence. And yeah, you might guess, even though despite the slight lags and desync and this emulated version, you might guess why I chose it. And I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Well, except for one thing, the PC version has full cutscenes, the SNES version has a bit shorter cutscenes, so if you wanna watch those, play that. There is also some desync between the music and the cutscenes here, but it's never really crucial, so not a big point. Also, design-wise, you can see what I meant last time when I was talking about stuff. Random railing here, important looking but at the same time extremely pointless looking structures all around, and just in general the same kind of busy but still interesting style. Okay, time to talk about this little pit to the left of the starting position. It is an asshole, figuratively of course, because there's a ledge across it on the very left side there, and as a kid I spent a lot of time trying to find out how to get there, and I think you cannot get there ever, because I mean I tried this and you do not get there, obviously. I'm going to use rewind here. I'm only going to use rewind when I demonstrate some deaths and not when I died legitimately in gameplay, so don't worry about that. But yeah, I'm going to return to the topic of that pit later by the end of the level, but for now that is it. I don't know, maybe they thought that the modern players would find it really confusing that there is a way to fall down right at the beginning. And there is the tank/helmet guy that I mentioned. The reason I call it a tank/helmet because those two pairs of pixels on the top of their threads kinda look like eyes. I always thought they were sideways helmets when I was a kid. And the way you defeat them is you lure out their little thingy and you shoot that and they just explode. Okay, now on the next screen there is a thing. A part of the expert level challenge in this game is knowing what to expect, and in this case you have to roll on the screen from as far as you can, because it lets you shoot immediately after you arrive at the screen and doesn't give that guy any time to take his shot. Okay, now I'm going to show why the mutants are stupid in this game. So his gun is longer than the distance between myself and him, so he doesn't think to back up a bit or to hit me with the gun. and just tries to shoot baffled why I don't get hit or die. I can just pistol whip him, just put him out of his misery. I got across 2 screens diagonally there. I was on the screen up from here. Also, this one, I know some people who played this game have no idea how to pass this screen without getting hit, and hopefully I will be able to show how it's done here. Yep. That guy was so just amazed by my pro moves that he fell forwards when I shot him. Yep, that jingle was supposed to last for the entire cutscene, but the sync strikes again. What can you do? Hopefully it's not too distracting for you guys. And there is no more sap pipes here, though there are some pipes in this level. But this was the general place where the second sap pipe blocker was. This playthrough I'm going to be pointing out stuff like that quite a lot. So it's not to bore you with it in the main one, and to still show that I notice all these things. Now this thing requires special mention. It produces delightful sound and kills you in one touch. In a really horrific way too. And there's a bit of pipe up there. What's that sound? Wow, that's strange. In any case, there is electric floors. In this game it's just a bit of the branch electrified randomly for no reason. I don't know how. It kills you in one shot also. In one shot, yes, in one shot, in one hit. Kills you in one shot. That's a new phrase that I hope to never hear anywhere. Okay, here you have to charge your cartridge. For some reason this doesn't play a jingle. But if you try to charge your health shield item thing in these, it does play. Although I haven't taken any hits, so I cannot do that, I think. Or maybe I can, let's try. Oh, I can, but it doesn't do anything for me, obviously. There we go. Apparently a force field type shield that can block 4 bullet wounds is powered by a normal battery. Actually, I'm not expecting it, but I'm kinda hoping that all these absurdities would be... But yeah, they already missed this opportunity, obviously. But a lot of these would be really funny if transferred to the new game completely intact. Like, I mean, those little batteries using to power devices in such a sci-fi setting, that's hilarious. Also, this place was a bit more complicated because you had these extra sensors that are there just to be dicks. Like this. Allow me to demonstrate. Yep. They removed them probably because, again, they thought that a modern gamer is a lazy and stupid creature and wouldn't be able to figure out this thing. There's the dude already laying down. Help, help. What I like to do here as a kid, I was take running start and jump off this ledge, and he would say help, help, and freeze me in midair with that piece of dialogue. And then when I unfreeze myself, I would fall down and die. But obviously I'm not going to do that now. I know I won't bother talking to him here because he doesn't give me anything or anything. He just tells his plea and looks at me, and when I go away he looks a bit sad and desperate and defeated there. But I could have saved some time by not going up here first and just going to get the teleporter first, because I could do that without speaking to him at all. Let's go insert our cartridge. Can I perhaps interest you in showing your little ding dong? No? Okay. Meh. Come on. A lot of numbers, some short circuiting, and it works. And I have to say it looks much more precarious than the new one. And plays the tune when you walk across. Oh, there's a torch. I don't remember torches in this level, but apparently there were. And still the same style of layout. Here we have to place a stone on the ground instead of those wacky... Oh no! Don't throw it. Instead of those wacky explode of fruits. Just a regular old stone that looks like it's made of metal in the inventory screen. And to place it on the ground in a calm way, you just sit down and press the same button. For some reason I like to collect every stone in this level, even though they don't transfer over, they don't do anything for you. I still like to carry all the stones you can pick up, for no particular reason. Also, I like that he has a separate animation. Let's try to show it here. A separate animation for climbing. I mean, if he doesn't have, if there is a wall, I mean, see, he doesn't hold his hands, his arms in front of him like he does, swing them normally, like so. See, there's a little subtle detail, but it's cool to see that they bothered to actually do that. There's a save station where there was a health station in the new one. Save station are checkpoints essentially in this version, which you think would be kind of obvious. Okay, first of all, going around like this made this hole open, and I can go there, and that's the mutant territory where I can collect money and not some random fruit. And well, I'm going to do that, but first, of course, some backtracking. This time no respawned enemies, sadly, so it's going to be a bit more boring. Hopefully I didn't singe my shoes there in that disintegrator. You can safely run across the electrified floor. It doesn't kill you if you just run, you have to walk slowly. Yeah, speedrunning here. Well, almost. I know, no. I am getting there. Here we go. Yep, I did. And for some reason his teleporter didn't include his ID card. He just kinda forgot it or lost it or something, and I can use it to bypass a random door in this jungle, just like you saw in the previous video. There's that silly animation, also kinda cute. Also, this maneuver that I've been doing, running, jump and catch thing, this is the one that a lot of people didn't know about, which made them completely lost at the beginning of level 2, but we're going to get to that in the future. I don't know why I even mentioned it now. Yeah, this situation can work out only thanks to some invisibility frames. Let's try it. Or no, they can just be slow and... I remember it working differently in the original game. This guy would shoot, but he would miss me for some reason, reliably at that. And this maneuver was demonstrated in a demo recording, that would play if you left the title screen on too long. Or no, there was, I think there was a separate option for demos. Yeah. It was like the normal games. Oh, and this thing with a sphere in it, I think it's what was the inspiration for that model that I pointed out in the new game. Yeah, yes, the demo. It was very nice in Flashback to have a separate menu option for watching demos, because I really liked demos as a kid. Just watching the gameplay itself. Okay, it didn't work. Well, it kinda did, it distracted him. It's entirely pointless, but I guess maybe interesting in some fashion. There's the leaking pipe. I always expected this stuff to be dangerous, but it's not. And there's two turrets here. This is going to drive me nuts. Another hidden credits pack, but the funniest thing about these credits here is that you collect all of these and they're all unnecessary. Yeah man, that's why you don't just walk and shoot. They're all completely unnecessary. Because the last one, the very last one, over there, I think covers the whole sum that you need. But to get to it, you need to perform this maneuver in order to not trip that little tripwire, which would activate the turrets. Yep, 500 in a single card. I'm going to even show the turrets working. There will be plenty of opportunity for that later. Why did I do that? I don't know. Let's just go back, use our ID card and miss that stone, but I don't really care. I think I also picked up a key somewhere, but it's another really pointless thing. Yeah, there it is. A key in here is a translucent box for some reason. But use it to open this door, which you could entirely walk around up there. So, why is it here? I cannot say. Oh, this is slowdown, man. There's a couple of screens in this game that have this kind of slowdown on the emulator still, even in this version, which I claim works best. No, not this. And of course the coding and hardware of SNES and all that stuff is a mystery to me, and how the emulators work and all. So I can't really say why the emulators that otherwise claim to be perfectly faithful to how the system worked, why they lag where the system didn't lag at all. But at least to this. Also, there is the turret and camera setup here, but this here is used in a funny way to kill one of the mutants. Hey, I said one of the mutants. I mean, come on, man. Oh well. Those bullets couldn't cross the screen border. I seem to remember one of those turrets actually managing to kill one of the mutants, but maybe I didn't manage to pull it off. Okay, the next screen I'm going to get a running start there. This is the old man, which is really funny compared to the guy who looked kinda reasonable for this environment in the new game. This is just some old country, I don't know, old man sitting in a stump, smoking a pipe. I can jump over here and there is a random health station, which is entirely pointless, I think. Maybe our health doesn't get renewed between levels, but still there is one in the beginning of the level too, so I don't know why they bothered including this. But let's talk to him and give him some money, because he sells low G belts. Yep, 500 credits, exactly as much as we got by the last card that we found. Here you go, old man. I don't know where we'll spend these in the jungle, but sure. And now to return to the very first abyss in the game, the one that I mentioned to the left of the starting screen. Here, that was a brilliant idea of mine, to go back here when you get the low G belt and see if there is a way to jump down there and maybe get to some secret location, but nope, doesn't happen. So let's just finish the level here in a slightly less fancy way than New Game, because it's just a hole and not a special pipe for that sort of stuff. Oh man, not the sync. It was supposed to be to-do-doom or something like that. In any case, here we are with the rotating fan in the background. And this is where we stop our first video of Let's Play the old original Flashback, the SNES version. Thank you for watching, see you next time in part 2.